Hi students, in today's section we are discussing about transistors. Transistor was invented by J. Bardeen, W. H. Brattain and William Shockley. Okay, what is a transistor? Transistor is a three-terminal solid-state device. PN junction diode has two terminals, na? One is anode and cathode, but transistor has three terminals. Okay, and this is obtained by growing either narrow section of p-type crystal between two relatively thicker sections of n-type crystal. Okay, so in generally transistor will be like this. What is that? A narrow section of p-type, that means we have a p-type semiconductor, okay, between the relatively thicker sections of n-type. So here 1 and here n is there. So this transistor is named as NPN transistor. What is the name of this transistor? NPN transistor. Okay, or a narrow section of n-type crystal. So again we may draw here a narrow section of n-type crystal between two thicker sections of p-type crystal. So this transistor is named as PNP transistor. Okay, so the transistors are two types. One is NPN transistor, another one is PNP transistor. So NPN transistor consists of a narrow p-type material is sandwiched between two thicker n-type materials. Are understand? P-type material, a layer of p-type material is sandwiched between two layers of n-type materials. What is PNP transistor? It consisting of a layer of n-type material is sandwiched between the layers of p-type material. Understand? So this is about the transistor. Transistor is nothing but a three-terminal solid-state device, and it is two types. One is NPN transistor, another one is the PNP transistor. Okay, so it has three terminals now. So that's why the three terminals are like this. Okay, the three sections of the transistor are, this is called emitter, this is called base, this is called collector. Again here it is emitter, base, collector. Okay, let us discuss about these three sections. So the first part was emitter. This is called emitter. Okay, emitter is heavily doped. Okay, and moderately in size. Emitter is heavily doped and moderately in size. So the main function of the emitter is it supplies the large number of majority charge carriers for flow of current through the transistor. Okay, large number of majority charge carriers it can supply. It is just a source. Okay, source of majority charge carriers. Let us see here. For suppose NPN transistor, the majority charge carriers in N-type semiconductor are electrons. Na? So in this NPN transistor, emitter emits large number of the electrons. In PNP transistor, P is the emitter. That means it emits large number of the holes for flow of current in the transistor. Understand? And the second region. The second region is base, denoted by B here. Okay. See, base is lightly doped. Base is lightly doped. And see the size? Thinner in size. Okay. So relatively all the three sections, thinner in size is the base. Understand? It is lightly doped. And what is the main function of the base? Base is always control the charge carriers to move from emitter to the collector. Emitter to the collector. Understand? Next, the third one, collector. Its symbol is C. It is moderately doped. It is moderately doped and bigger in size. Out of all the three sections, larger in size is collector. Okay, collector is moderately doped and the main function of the collector is collects the majority charge carriers. Understand? So, what are the three parts in the transistor? One is emitter, it is heavily doped and moderate in size, and its function is to emit the or to give the majority charge carriers for the flow of current in the transistor. Okay, it always supplies the majority charge carriers. Base, it is lightly doped, thinner in size. Okay, it is always controls the majority charge carriers to flow from emitter to the collector. Collector moderately doped and bigger in size, and it always collects the charge carriers. Understand now? And please note it, a very important point, emitter is always in the forward bias with respect to any part of the transistor, and the collector is always in reverse bias with respect to any part of the transistor. Okay, emitter is always in forward bias, collector is always in reverse bias with respect to any part of the transistor. Understand? So these are the three main parts of the transistor. In transistor concept, we are using some symbols. Okay, transistor is a very huge concept, so we are using these type of symbols in the further classes. One is VBE. What is VBE? Voltage between the base and emitter. Base emitter. So there is some potential drop across the base emitter. VCB is the voltage between the base and collector. VC is the voltage between the collector and emitter. VE is the voltage of battery connected to the emitter, and VCC is the voltage of battery connected to the collector only. Understand? So the prefixes indicates BE means base emitter, collector base, collector and emitter. Particularly VE indicates voltage of battery which is connected to the emitter, voltage of battery which is connected to the collector represented by VCC. Understand? Let us see the action of NPN transistor. So this is emitter and this is base and it is the collector. Okay, the majority charge carriers in N-type semiconductor are electrons now. So dots always indicates the electrons. And majority charge carriers in P-type semiconductor are holes. And majority charge carriers in N-type semiconductor are electrons. Now, let it will be taken as emitter. Okay, this is base and this is collector. We said the emitter is always in forward bias with respect to any part of the circuit. That's why now this emitter and base are connected to a battery. Okay, so what we said, emitter is always in forward bias. Forward bias means N-type semiconductor always connected to the negative terminal of battery. Okay, so the positive terminal of battery is connected to the base region. Okay, this is called VEE. Okay, now only we said the meaning of VEE is voltage of battery connected to the emitter. Voltage of battery connected to the emitter is VEE. Okay, now collector. Collector is always in reverse bias, we said now. What is the meaning of reverse bias? Reverse bias means N-type material is always connected to the positive terminal of battery. Okay, so here again the negative is connected like this. Understand now? So this is called as VCC. Okay, what is VCC? VCC is the voltage of battery connected to the collector. Okay, so in between emitter and base there is a potential drop that is indicated by VEB, and in between the base and collector the voltage is taken as VBC. In between base and collector VBC, and in between emitter and base VEB. These are the voltage drop across emitter and base, voltage drop across collector and base. Understand? Now, since emitter is in forward bias, the thickness of depletion layer is very less. So it always offers a low resistance or low impedance here. Since emitter is in forward bias, it offers low impedance. Okay, but collector is in reverse bias. So whenever collector is in reverse bias, it offers high impedance. Understand? Since emitter is in forward bias, it offers low impedance. Collector is in reverse bias, it offers the high impedance. Understand? Now let us try to understand what is the action of NPN transistor. Let us see. Here, this is negative terminal now. So negative terminal of battery connected to the emitter, and this is N-type semiconductor. In N-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are electrons now. So electrons have negative charge. This is negative polarity. So the negative polarity of the battery repels the electrons. That's why electrons are move towards the junction. Okay, this junction is named as emitter base junction. Okay, they are moved towards the junction. So whenever there is a flow of electrons is there, it constitutes the emitter current I. Understand? The negative polarity of battery VE repels the electrons in the emitter region. So these electrons are moved towards the junction. So the flow of electrons which constitutes emitter current I. Okay. So whenever they come nearer to the junction, we said emitter junction is very thin. That's why these electrons are enters into the base region. In base region, what we have? Holes. So these electrons are combined with holes. Electron hole pair formed. No? That's why it constitutes base current. Understand? These electrons reaching the base region. In base region, the majority charge carriers are holes, but it is lightly doped. That's why I take only very few holes only here. Okay, so these electrons are combined with the holes, which constitutes the base current. But this base current value is very small. Okay, so if you send 100 electrons to the base region, only lesser than 5% of electrons recombine with the holes. Okay, so most of the electrons penetrate into the collector junction and they enter into the collector region. So how many? Here only less than 5% is na? More than 95% of electrons from the emitter region are penetrates to the collector junction, enters into the collector region. Understand? Now these electrons are immediately attracted by the positive polarity of the VCC. So these electrons are move in this direction. Again the flow of electrons is there, which constitutes the collector current IC. Understand? One more time. The negative polarity of the VEE repel the electrons in the emitter region. They move towards the junction. Flow of electrons gives the emitter current. So these electrons reaches the base region, combine with the holes. Okay, due to that base current will be developed, but it is small. Only less than 5% of these electrons are recombined with the holes in the base region. Okay, so more than 95% of electrons penetrate through the collector region, okay, collector junction, and enters into the collector region. Understand now? This junction is called as base collector junction, generally named as collector junction only. Okay, so whenever the electrons enters into the collector region, they are rapidly sweeps out by the positive terminal of the VCC, which constitutes the collector current IC. Understand? So in this process, corresponding to the each electron that goes from the collector, okay, there is one electron enters into the emitter region from the negative terminal of the VE. This is most important. Again, corresponding to each electron that from collector reaches the positive terminal of VCC. There is an electron enters into the emitter region from the negative terminal of VE. So whenever electrons are reaching here, again their flow will be continuous now. That's why the current will be flows through the transistor continuously. Okay, it is not stop, it will be continuous process. So what is the relation between IE, IB and IC? So let us see. Here positive terminal now, so IB will be like this. This is positive terminal, so IC will be in this direction. Negative terminal, IE will be in this direction. Okay, so it is IE at this junction divided into two parts, IB plus IC. So what is the relation between these three? IE is equal to IB plus IC. Understand now? We are always using the conventional current directions. Okay. So what is the symbol of NPN transistor? The symbol of NPN transistor is like this. Okay. This is base. This is collector. And this is emitter. NPN transistor na, so this is N and it is P and it is N. Sir, emitter and collector both are made of N-type material. So can we interchange those emitter and collector? It is not possible because their chemical and electrical properties are completely different. That's why we can't interchange the emitter and collector. And secondly, for identification, emitter is always indicated by an arrow here. A arrowhead is always present at emitter. Okay, and the direction of arrowhead always in the direction of conventional current. Conventional current direction is always from P to N. So here there is one arrowhead is there. Understand now? Arrowhead which indicates the emitter. Don't write here. If you write the arrowhead here, then it becomes as emitter. Is it clear? So this is action of NPN transistor. Understand? One more time. This is NPN transistor. Majority charge carries here electrons, here holes, here also electrons. Okay. Now this is emitter base junction. It is collector base junction. Since emitter is always in forward bias, it is thinner. Since collector is in reverse bias, it is comparatively thicker. Understand? So it offers low impedance, it offers high impedance. Understand now? Now, the electrons in the emitter repelled by negative terminal of VE, they move towards the junction, constitutes the emitter current. Whenever they enters into the base region, they combine with the holes, which is called as base current. This is only lesser than 5%. More than 95% of electrons penetrates to the collector junction, enters into the collector region. Now these electrons are readily swept by the positive terminal of VCC. Are you understand? So corresponding to each electron that emitted from the collector, one electron reaching the emitter from the negative terminal of VE. That's why this process is continuous. Okay, the symbol for NPN transistor is like this. Understand? Arrow mark is always on emitter junction only, emitter only. Clear? Please note it down. Now, see the action of PNP transistor in P-type semiconductor. Majority charge carriers are holes, na? N-type, majority charge carriers are electrons, and again P-type, majority charge carriers are holes. Okay, we said emitter is always in forward bias with respect to any part of the transistor. Na? So emitter forward bias means P is connected to the positive terminal of battery and N is connected to the negative terminal of battery. So emitter connected to the positive terminal of battery, base connected to the negative terminal of battery. Okay, collector junction is always in reverse bias. Reverse bias means collector is connected to P side, reverse bias, negative terminal, and this side is positive terminal. Understand? So this is VEE and this is VCC. So the potential difference across the VE emitter and base is called as VEB. The potential difference across the base and collector is called as VCB. Okay, since emitter junction is in forward bias, it offers low resistance here, and since the collector junction is in reverse bias, it offers high impedance here. Okay, this is called emitter base junction and this is called base collector junction. Understand? So emitter is in forward bias, collector is in the reverse bias. Now let us see the function. Positive polarity of VEE repels the holes in the emitter, and these holes now move towards the junction. Motion of the charge carriers, which produces the emitter current I. Okay, since the emitter base junction is very thin, these holes enters into the base region. Here these holes are recombined with the electrons and they get neutralized. So it constitutes base current IB. But only lesser than 5% of holes recombine with the electrons in the base region. Okay, so most of the holes are penetrate into the collector junction and enters into the collector region. So whenever the number of holes increases, here from the negative terminal of VCC, now electrons are enters into the collector region. New holes coming now, those holes are combined with the electrons and they get neutralized, which produces the collector current IC. Understand? Electrons from the VCC are enters into the collector region and immediately they recombine with the holes which are came from the emitter. Okay, and they get neutralized, which constitutes the collector current. So how many number of holes will be enters here? More than 95% of electrons. Okay, we are always using the conventional current direction now. So this is positive, that means the direction of IE will be in this one, and this is also positive. Okay, and this is negative. So IC will be in this direction, this is negative, IB in this direction. So at this junction, IC, IB combine and coming as IE. So the relation is IE is equal to IB plus IC. So the same relation we got in the NPN transistor, here also same. Understand now? So emitter current is always equal to the base current plus collector current. We said base current is very small compared with the collector current. Okay, so what is the symbol for the PNP transistor? The symbol for PNP transistor is like this. This is P and this is N and again it is P. We said at emitter we have always one arrowhead that indicates the direction of flow of conventional current. So conventional current is always from positive to negative. That's why you must be place one arrowhead here. So whenever you place one arrowhead, that is always emitter, this is collector and this is base. Understand? So this is the action of PNP transistor. Okay? Clear? Thank you.